Hello fellow summoners, what is going on? Welcome back to another Contest of Champions video, specifically in the War Games category. So I wanted to throw up the rules real quick to this one. This was a little bit different than what we've done before, as it was named the Love and Brotherhood round. There was no attacking that was allowed. Well, no hits that were allowed. You could attack into a parry, or you could attack into a block, and that would be totally fine. But as long as you didn't land an actual hit on your opponent, you could keep counting the time. So I wanted to have this up here if you guys were ever curious about it. Wanted to go in and see the rules, but so yeah, we had to fight either a Yondu, a Dr. Octopus, a Morningstar, and Ultron, and you were giving out your opponent, and you had to use specific champions for that, which you can see listed there as well. The goal is to survive as long as possible. Whoever was able to not die for the longest period of time against some super aggressive champions that we were fighting. Like I said, you were allowed to hit into a block, and you were allowed to parry unless you were in the loser's bracket. And we're going to see one video today of a guy who just beasted it without any type of parry. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and kick over to that. We're going to jump into our first video, which is from Panda. Panda's a good buddy. He ended up fighting a Morningstar, and he was going in there with his guillotine. So the goal here is, it's really tough to do, but the goal is to be landing those parries back, and keep shoving the enemy back by constantly landing hits into the block attacks. So right now, Panda's kind of in a tough spot. Back to the Morningstar is super aggressive, stacking her missile pops off the special, and which actually get a little bit of time there. So we're going to jump over from Panda to the Doctor. He had a great round against Dr. Octopus. He lasted a little over a minute, 66 seconds. Panda was about 40 seconds. And what's crazy in this is the amount of block damage you take is outrageous because you're a 2-star against a 5-star, so the challenger rating is unreal. But as you saw there, the Doctor attacked into Dr. Octopus's block a few times just to try to generate a little bit of room. Here he does it again, and that was the key. That's how I got smote by our next video submission. I could not get the timing right to go into attack to a block because I'm so used to obviously trying to just kill your opponent as fast as possible in literally like every game type that exists. So just trying to survive and force yourself to attack into the block is difficult. Also, not going in after the special like that is probably very hard. Not hitting after a parry. It's just very mindset change of what you're trying to accomplish. So some of these videos are actually surprisingly long, so we'll probably not make it through the entire thing, but I did want to just showcase these guys and some of the skill that they were able to adapt their gameplay for what was going on. So right there we just see him get popped. So we're gonna jump from his over to Urt. This is the gentleman that absolutely destroyed me in this in this challenge. So I was using a superior Iron Man for this. Urt goes in here with the regular Iron Man, just doing his best, which he does a really good job. So do the next two people both do a really good job of pushing back the enemy. Urt does a really solid job of timing out the evades. So Ultron Classic, if you don't know, every 7 seconds he stores up an evade charge. He can only have one, but he stores up an evade charge. So every evade, you can guarantee that in 7 seconds he'll have an evade again. So if you time that out, you can know for sure he's going to evade your attack. And then you can play into the parry because he's usually aggressive, and right after the evade, he'll come in to attack you. So, but what we're seeing here is just a fantastic job of timing out the evades, getting the blocked and the parries in as quick as he can, and moving on from there. So we're gonna see him get backed up here in just a little bit, take some damage from the blocks and from I don't think he gets a direct hit, but one thing that Iron Man has an advantage of is he can heal. So that allows the fight to extend just a little bit longer than it would have in a normal situation. But I'm going to kind of just shut up and let you guys watch this a little bit because it is very, very interesting. jump into Adzomatic. So Ad has taken in a Spider-Gwen against his Dr. Octopus, and he is from the loser's bracket, or the lower bracket. Obviously, he's exemplifying that he does not deserve to be in the loser's bracket. He's coming in here. He's not allowed to parry the Dr. Octopus because of being in the lower tier bracket, which is where I am now for the last couple rounds. Hopefully, I can hang on as long as possible. But so, as we see here, I was just surprised that he was able to use the Spider-Gwen. He used her very effectively, doing combos, doing 4-hit combos to get Dr. Octopus pushed back and just get as much time as possible. So I didn't mention this, but Urkt was able to survive against that Ultron Classic for 115 seconds. It probably could have gone even longer, but as you saw at the end of that video, he did land a hit, and landing a hit ends your timer automatically right there. So 150 seconds of just shy of 2 minutes of surviving against a beast of a champion in that Labyrinth Ultron. So, and then here we see just Adzomatic taking almost no damage. He's not taking any block damage, playing very efficiently by evading absolutely everything, not landing any blocks, not landing a parry, and going in and just keeping Dr. Octopus absolutely shoved up against the far wall, which is pretty incredible. I probably would have not lasted very long in this fight. I suck at fighting Dr. Octopus. He's one of the few guys that consistently gives me trouble every single time I fight him. I don't know if it's his animations or what, but this was a really fun video to watch. I was very impressed by Adzomatic being able to knock this out for as long as he did. He actually was he's like the second longest time in the entire event, and this is without being able to parry the opponent. So I was very, very impressed. So we're going to go ahead and just let this roll for a little bit, and we'll catch you guys for the final one. Jump into the final one. We will probably not be watching the entire thing. This is a really long fight. As you've seen several times in these compilations, A7007 is back. I don't know if that's how he pronounces it. That's just the way my mind does it. I should probably throw myself back on the screen. But anyway, he's going in here with a Star-Lord against Yondu. One of the tough parts about Yondu is taking block damage can proc a bleed immediately, so you have to be very careful to not get hit with a block. If you're going to land a block, it better be a parry. But just he does an incredible job at keeping him pushed back. I actually think that he almost hit the cap for how long a video can be shared online. I believe it's the entire video can only be 5 minutes, so that's what he sent over, and that included all the setup time and afterwards that I edited out of the videos just to make sure that we could get as much of this in there as possible. So we're not going to play all the way through, but A7 was definitely the reigning champ of this challenge. With 272 seconds of being able to survive against opponent without landing a hit and not taking any block damage, because, like I said, Yondu's Yaka arrow will bleed you and you will die instantly with this level difference in it. So anyway, I'm super, super impressed with this fight. You guys, everyone that is still in the winner's bracket, A7, Urkt, the Doctor, and Panda Man Pete, you guys are fantastic. You deserve to be there. I've seen a lot of the videos that you guys have submitted. And those have been fantastic. As you guys have seen too, some of these guys have been featured multiple times in these summaries of what was going on. So I'm gonna jump off here for a little bit, but I'm really excited about round 5. It's getting ready to get started. The rules were just announced and the competitors were just announced. So real quick, I wanted to read through the people that we have remaining in the challenge. Just to give a shout out to everybody who's out of the 64 we had. We are now left with A7, Urkt, which I'm really excited about that fight because those guys have been stomping it every single time. The Doctor and Panda Man Pete. You know, like I said, Panda's been a long time buddy. We're alliance mates for a really long time, so I'm excited to see that fight as well. And then dropping down to the lower bracket where there are 4 sets of people left, we have Evo Cool, we have Austin DeBoss, Drek, DJ Sergey, H Wood, Adzomatic, myself, and Sun Goku. So the put them in pairs, and that's who they're fighting. So excited to see what the challenge is. I actually have not read it yet. So I'm excited to learn that, get it figured out. All I know is that I'm fighting an Iceman again, so I don't know what it entails, and I don't know what we're trying to do, if we're doing a quick takedown, a survivability, but I know that if we have to use a 2-star against a 5-star Iceman, we're just going to die from the frostbite right off the bat. So anyways, guys, I definitely appreciate you checking this out as we're letting this play through just a little bit. If you'd like to leave a like and subscribe down below, I always appreciate it. It helps out the channel. Want to do what we can to just kind of push this forward, get more people out there and interested in the war games and what's going on there. I think you actually had to reset right there and start more time because the video was too long. I'm not 100%, but this is just, it's crazy how long he survived here. I'm super impressed. But I always appreciate the support for the channel. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being a part of this war games. As we get more and more expanded, feel free to invite more people. We want more people to be involved in the challenges. Some things like that will help allow some of the rewards to get better. The competition's going to get better. And overall, it's just going to become more and more fun as we start new tournaments with more than 64 people, or just increase the rewards by making it kind of a buy-in tournament. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. So anyways, guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate the love for the channel. And we will catch you guys in the next live stream or recording. See you guys.